Well, good morning, and what a peaceful Thursday. I had to come out here today after the thunderstorms and the lightning and the rain that we had last night. It is stunning this morning. Just listen. The birds are out. I can hear the rooster right down the street. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if you can, grab some water, tea, coffee, go out on your front porch, just step outside and maybe take a walk. Whatever you can do, take in the message, but take in the beauty of nature. It's so absolutely gorgeous. I hope you're having a great start to your morning. Good morning to you. It's the Real Monica Adams Show. And let me tell you what, I'm thrilled to have you each and every day. I know so many of you say that you set your alarms, you get your coffee, you get your breakfast ready. Some of you go out to the front porch or maybe go back on the back deck. Maybe you overlook the woods. Maybe you're out and you're watching the kids running around with their parents, grabbing the mail or taking the dogs out for a walk, whatever it is, community coming together. I love it. I'd love to know how you start your mornings because obviously, I start mine with you, and I'm thrilled to do just that. We are streaming, by the way, live on not just Facebook, but on YouTube as well. We want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel because eventually I'm going to have premium information that I give to my YouTubers alone. Give them a little bonus for doing just what we asked, subscribing to that channel. Remember, when you subscribe, it is absolutely free. All that means, that's what they call to subscribe to a person's channel. You get a notification when they have some new content. And we are dropping new content every Thursday. So this afternoon, 4 o'clock, you'll have a brand new show on YouTube. Be sure to check that out. Also, Thursdays also mean you get a lot on Thursdays. Thursdays mean you also get a new show on the audio podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify. So I want you to listen to those. That will drop immediately after this show. So you've got Monica at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 4 p.m. A lot of content to receive and make your heart, your spirit, your soul, your body, your mind all happy and well to give you that balance of life. So at 8 a.m., we have a show that we did in months past, and my mom actually joined me on the show, and it has to do with overcoming grief and the loss of a loved one. If you missed that show, or if you're brand new to our show, then you never had a chance to listen to it, receive the message, or watch that. So that drops at 8 a.m. this morning. So if you haven't done that, if you have an iPhone, just go to podcast and look for The Real Monica Adams. We're always, it's so from a branding standpoint, trying to keep everything together. So you'll see my picture and they'll have that blue hue over it. So listen, take in, maybe you watch this in the morning and then maybe you head off to work or your errands, and then maybe you want to get in the car and patch it in through the car and listen to that message. So today we're going to talk about the anxiety aspect of life and try to relax the mind, the soul, the spirit to get you in a better place. The amount of pressure that people put on themselves, we're going to try to relieve you of that. So that's this morning's podcast. And then again at 8 o'clock, the loss of a loved one, grieving. My mom gave some incredible ideas to help you through your months and your years after you've lost that person. Obviously, my mom spoke firsthand after losing her husband at a very young age. She was only 57 when she lost my father. So it was wonderful to have her input. And then again, we have a new show for you dropping this afternoon on YouTube at 4 o'clock. So a lot for you this morning. Good morning, Linda. Good morning to you, Marilyn. Yes, love when you say good morning. I can give a little shout out to you as you start your day with us. Love to have you on, giving you a little time to jump on. It's only 7:04 in the morning. Want to thank, of course, our wonderful sponsors, Invita Health and Wellness. And I was told that they are so busy right now. That ketamine show that we had with Gilbert was so profound and so impactful that so many people have called and said, I think I need this for pain, for trauma, for surgeries that I went through, for depression, for mental health. So Dr. Sarah and Jamie and the staff at Invita, I am so happy to hear that this collaboration is working so well. I do want to have her back on, of course. So I hope she can slow down a bit. Otherwise, we'll get her to take a breather and we'll go over and do a show with her at Invita Health and Wellness, which is at 333 South Kirkwood Road. Also, Aldon, indoor air quality specialist. Now, I told you they came over to check our upstairs. We have a dual zone, so our upstairs zone. And it was just a quick service call. They thought that everything was great. Well, guess what? Jeff and Toy, we're going to have to call you again because it's not working, unfortunately. And that's an older system. My husband's like, I'd like to pay off the one downstairs first before I'd have to do that one. But yeah, it'll end up probably having to be two brand new air conditioner, HVACs in our house. I know you've all been there. We've all done it. I did it at my old house, and then I sold my house and thought, oh, these people have new appliances. They've got new HVAC. It was the perfect home for them. I don't want to sell it. So if we're going to do this, then I'm going to stay in this house for a while, because that's a big expense, right? But it's great to have somebody take care of you and be there and have incredible customer service like Jeff and Toy and his staff at Aldon Indoor Air Quality Specialist. So thank you for them. And I'm giving some shouts out because, again, we couldn't do this show without their help, without their support, and without your support. Of course, we have Carroll House Furniture, Brooke and Amy Dubman. And I'm going to tell you what, look at this. This is one of those basket chairs that I'm in. Isn't this awesome? Swinging with you this morning. This is where I'm going to be incorporating a brand new segment, a short segment that is motivational moments with Monica. And it is to inspire you and motivate you and get you into the spirit that you need for the day, even if it's just a minute. So those little things will be sprinkled in for you on social media and on our YouTube pages. So look for those to come up. And then, of course, Florida Direct palm trees. I don't have them here in the front yard, but you've seen them in our backyard by our pool. And of course, in our beautiful studios, which are in the Brentwood area. By the way, if you don't know that, we're on the 17th floor, directly across from the Galleria in the University Club Tower building. So a huge community has come together here over the last several months. March 1st is when we kicked things off. And here we are already almost on the 5-month time period. We have almost been doing this with you for 5 months. Good morning. Another good day to have a great day, Richard says. Absolutely. Love to have you with us. And I want to share a little story about something that happened at the gym yesterday. Good morning, Leona. Good morning to Michelle. Yes, Michelle said hashtag in the egg. I'm in the basket. I am hanging in the basket. I'm in the egg, whatever you want to call it. Isn't this fun? I mean, come on. What an incredible addition that we have here. And these are at Carroll House, by the way. They've got, this one's a little wider because I wanted it to be like a love seat. Jim and I could come together and sit in this and relax and listen to nature. And he can have a cup of coffee. I can have a cup of tea, or happy hour time. Can grab a glass of wine. He can have a little bourbon and enjoy it. And yeah, but they have smaller ones as well. They even have ones that you could get for your kids. So check them out. Carroll House Furniture. I went to the one in Valley Park. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Hi. Good morning to Julie as well. Oh no, I was hoping you moved to Cottleville. I know, Marilyn. Look, if we don't have to replace the upstairs one, maybe he'd be willing to do that. I like the idea. And I was told yesterday that there's a possibility of a very major gym that could be moving to that area. I'm not going to say who. I'm just going to say that would be incredible if you end up getting that. I love the idea of Cottleville. Trust me, Cottleville Trails. I'm going to give them a shout out because it looks like an incredible community. I just don't know if we want to pull the trigger. So used to having these 6 acres here and then being so close to homes. I don't know if that was Jim's favorite idea, I should say. Kathy Holden Reed, happy Thursday. Don't you? She said she loves the egg chair. Yeah. I mean, look, just a swinging. By the way, National Frankenbeans Day. Do you have your favorite recipes? National Frankenbeans Day. Now, when I saw that, it's also National Barbershop Quartet Day. And I reached out to the ambassadors of harmony, but I didn't realize that until late last night. I mean, look, I'm so ridiculously busy with things that it's sometimes at the last second that I'm looking at things and going, oh, maybe we can incorporate something on the national days of if I have time. And they recently won a bunch of awards. So I might have them on just to talk about them because I love to, bring the good to the world as well as give shouts out to people that deserve it. But yeah, if you look on the Ambassadors of Harmony page, I was looking at barbershop quartets in St. Louis, and that came up, and I remembered, I think we had them on Fox a long time ago. If I could have pulled the trigger fast enough, I was going to have them and see if they could sing for us on the show. But maybe we could do that tomorrow as we head into the weekend just to congratulate them. But yeah, they were at it looked like a recent conference. Maybe during the break, I'll grab that and see what they won. But yeah, our St. Charles, I think they're from St. Charles. They just won a recent award and won a competition, I guess I should say. But the other thing that made me think of this. Break some veins. Did you hear that? Listen. Break some veins. Do you all know what that's from? I want to see how quickly you all can answer. Michelle, you're not allowed to because I know you know. Oh, there goes my water. Michelle's not allowed to answer because I know she knows where it's from. I hope you heard it here. I'm going to give it to you one more time. So Franks and Beans, what's this from? Break some veins. Makes me laugh. What movie is that from? I want you to answer that. We'll find out from the break. Invita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Invita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board certified anesthesia providers, Invita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Invita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online invitahealthandwellness.com. All right, welcome back. My water fell, so I was trying to grab it and we weren't in the commercial break yet. You got to love the realness of this show. The Real Monica Adams, again, we are mobile from my home, enjoying a beautiful, I mean, the birds are really, really chirping today. A beautiful morning for you. Okay, I mentioned two national things going on today. National Frank and Beans Day and National Barbershop Quartet Day. So I'm scrolling to the bottom of the comments to see who jumped in quick enough. And it was Julie Purcell and Leela Sandmel. Leela, are you new to the show? I think you are. Maybe I've seen that name one other time. Something About Mary is absolutely correct. And Julie said the same thing. Something About Mary. That movie makes me laugh. And I watched that clip of why he said that. If you've never seen it, you've got to watch that movie because it will crack you up for sure. St. Clair, somebody said hold on one second. Birds are happy they had rain too. Exactly, Linda. Pamela, good morning to you from St. Clairsville, Ohio. St. Clairsville. Are you in St. Clairsville, Ohio right now, Sean? I'll say, my mom did not cook much, but her baked bean and deviled egg recipes are my most request go-to dish to bring to parties. Really? Yeah, deviled eggs. I mean, that's a big thing when you get together with parties. Actually, I've been working out, and after I get done, I go over to the little cafe that they have at this gym that I'm at, and Lifetime. Actually, here. Let me grab this. Let's see. This is how real I am. This is what keeps falling, everybody. I think I've lost almost all my water. I had it on a padded chair. So I have to thank Aziza at Lifetime because this was one of my prized tumblers that I always have. Love your life, right? Love the message, love your life. And this is from Lifetime. Now that it's fallen twice, it's probably messed up my new tumbler. Anyway, I left it there. I was so frustrated. And I sent her a message. I'm like, can you guys look for it? I swear it should be right there in the locker room area or over by the cafe. They looked. She said these things get snatched up right away. So she's such a sweetheart. She gave me a new one. I love that. What an incredible woman. Aziza Tessero, the GM at Lifetime Fitness. And now I've just made it all dirty, but that's a perfect message for you right there. Love your life. I'm not going to put it on the chair. I don't have much left because it kept falling off my padded chair. Again, trying to do a little makeshift studio this morning and putting padded chairs and putting stools together. If you could see all this, actually, maybe I'll take a picture so you can see the behind the scenes of what goes on, especially when you're doing it all, right? You're directing, you're the executive producer, you're producing your shows. I will say this. It was minutes before I went on that I was trying to have a guest on that was pitched to me. Now, he didn't get my text an hour ago. So I called him just a few minutes before and I said, you know what? It just feels rushed. I don't want to try to make this happen and not have it to be the best that it can possibly be. So let's do this tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to have a guest join me on the phone and his name is Rusty. It's part of this run that they're having this weekend. So I'm just going to forward promote for you. It's One Vet. And there's something called a track chair that's going to be given to this gentleman named Rusty. Now, I told them that I would donate something to their silent auction. I think they've got like a Cardinals basket and probably a lot of other really cool things. I'm going to donate some workout sessions with me. And then if you've got a Jeep, and it's too bad that Michelle's going to be out of town. If you've got a Jeep or you've got a cool sports car, and then I know on this flyer, I can see that they've got a motorcycle. So I'm hoping that they're allowing motorcycles too. But here it is, by the way. Let me just hold it up in front of the camera. No, there's a little glare. A little glare there. So you probably can't see it really well. Anyway, it's called Pay It Forward Run. And it is July 16th. And they have run stops at Triple Lakes Tavern, Carbon Knotty Mines, Hank and Lily's Fountain Inn, and Rocher Pub. and live music from 4 to 7, dazed and confused, it sounds like. They are going to have a 10 a.m. start. They'll have breakfast for sale at $10 per entry, and all vehicles cruise. They'll have t-shirts available at 50/50. And again, Op One Vet is veteran owned and operated and provides motorized track chairs to disabled veterans across the country. And the gentleman that we're going to bring on, he is actually going to be receiving a track chair. But I'm also told, which is pretty cool, Rusty is going to also sing the national anthem and maybe have another. He doesn't, I don't think they want to talk about this because I don't know if they're thinking that they will jinx it and it won't happen. So I'm not going to mention this one part that I'm just crossing my fingers and I hope happened, that he would maybe sing several songs to open for a really cool rock band. That's all I'm going to say. But he will be singing the national anthem. And at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in South Dakota this August, he will be receiving a motorized track chair that's going to allow him to do so many cool things that we do, like hiking and all the outside wooded things, walking all around. He's going to be in a motorized track chair. How cool is that? I have never even heard of these. So that's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to have Rusty on. Rusty will join me. So again, I didn't want to rush him. We are going to do that tomorrow, though. Guaranteed. Have him on tomorrow. I also want to just update you on some things. Abby Stahlschmidt, who we had on, Abby wrapped up, and I think I mentioned it about a week or so ago, but a lot of you missed it. And people have said, hey, on some of the past guests, I'd love to hear updates on them. Absolutely. I'd love to bring Abby on, by the way, in the studio because she wasn't able to join us in the studio that day. She was out at my mom's. We were outside in Lake St. Louis, had a beautiful setting, of course, but Abby had her Indiegogo campaign to help her with her original songs and be able to have these incredible composers join with her and the Nashville Symphony Orchestra. She raised that $40,000 thanks to all of you in this incredible community that watches The Real Monica Adams Show. And so for those of you that donated, she is starting to get out some of the wonderful things that you were able to get depending on your donation level. So I got her cool t-shirt and I wore it the other night with some friends. I know Michelle got that really cool Vital water bottle that has her with that incredible pose of her playing the electric violin. So yes, for those of you that donated, you'll be getting, if you haven't already, you'll be getting your special little gifts that were inside whatever level you donated at. I also want to thank Renee Howitt, who had recently come on with us in the last couple of weeks with COPE 24, and congratulate them because look, House Bill HB 447 has passed and has the governor's signature. It said, be it enacted by the General Assembly of the state of Missouri as follows, and it's several sections that we don't care about, but there will be repealed and 10 new 3 sections enacted. What it's all about, it says, the 1/2 unit of credit in Health 2 education required by the State Board of Education shall be renamed Health and Family Education for the 24-25 school 4-year and all subsequent school years. The State Board of Education shall convene a work group to develop and recommend academic performance standards relating to the 1/2 unit of credit of Health and Family Education required by the board. The work group shall include but not be limited to educators providing instruction in health education and family and consumer science in grades 9 through 12. And there's more to it, obviously, if you want to look deeper into it, but it was signed by the governor. So congratulations to them. And I love the fact that, COPE 24, first of all, you've got to look into that organization. I really do hope I see you at their event that's coming up in the fall that I will be emceeing. I also hope you are able to come out and support baby Freya because there's a wonderful trivia night. I know a lot of you are big trivia buffs. It's not usually my thing, but I said, okay, I would absolutely love to give my time and MC this for you. So there's an event coming up with baby Freya. There is an event coming up with COPE 24, and that one, by the way, is held on November 10th. That's going to be at the Motor Museum. So congratulating them and everything that they do. Again, coping 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And now here's the thing I've been told. Some people told me that they saw the event for baby Freya and that they couldn't find a date to it. So Michelle, I believe, tried to repost that for everybody because I know that some of you were able to get a table already, reserve your table, which I absolutely love. I know Kathy did, and I know Amy did, and I know that, let's see, who else? Terry reached out and was saying that she would like to be a part of this. What I'm trying to go back and look for really quick while I'm talking to you, it's why I'm looking down, is to look for the post and to look for the date of when this will be held and where it's going to be held so that you can be there. Maybe I'll have Michelle grab that for you real quick so that I can look at you and concentrate. But there's an event coming up and we'll get that forwarded for you and where it is. I'm trying to look really quick on my, I just happened to think of it. Everything that I wanted to give you that has to do with past guests, where they are, and what you've done for this community, which I think is absolutely amazing. Oh, look, the Ambassadors of Harmony followed me. Darn it. I wonder if they sent a message. If they did, we'll put them on tomorrow and we might put on, well, we will be putting Rusty on, but here we go. And we might put on the Ambassadors of Harmony. That would be really cool. So here we go. If you've been following the journey of baby Freya since we had her parents, Michael and Aaron, on, then you know what this family's been through. I hope you saw that show. If you haven't, you need to go back and watch that interview because it was really impactful. I love how our community has come out in droves to help. I posted this on July 5th and posted this trivia night, Freya's Fight. Okay. So there is a table available to you. It is on August 27th. August 27th is the date, and it's a trivia night called Take Heart, and come out and support Michael Bax and Aaron. Take Heart. It's Freya's Fight, and I would love to see you there. You can purchase tickets. Options are 2 through 8 per table. The max per table will be 8. So if you are a big trivia buff, you have a ton of knowledge in your brain, come out or just come out and support. So as I said, you can have up to 8 people. So I know that at least one of our groups, Kathy, Amy, maybe Terry's going to join that. They're going to come out and help that beautiful baby Freya. Okay, so August 27th is when that's taking place. And maybe we can get a link there for you so you can take part in it. Excuse me. Let me look back here. So I've missed some comments and we can come back up. There we go. Michelle just posted the events for the trivia. I'd love to see you. I know Michelle's a big trivia buff. I hope maybe you'll get a chance to meet Michelle. Michelle and some friends might be able to come out. I need to reserve a table. Yes, you do. Shamrocks, St. Peter's, Mexico Road. You're right. So that's not too far from you. August 27th, as Marilyn just said. I would love for you to help out. Oh, Marilyn, thank you. So she had put it on there. You could have saved me some time. I just got my package yesterday and her beautiful signed photo. She is truly amazing. Yes, she is. I'm glad you got it. I told you. She's sending those things out. Photos, t-shirts, those beautiful water bottles, whatever else. Abby did reach the goal. But one other thing is, not only did she reach her goal, but they loved her campaign so much, Indiegogo, that they kept it on the in-demand fundraising. And so it's still on there. So she can still surpass the 40,000 and be able to continue to do her incredible music, which I would love. This is really cool. Richard just said Rusty's a big part of Dude's Playground. I love that. So Rusty is going to be on with me and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the track chair, which is amazing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Rusty, I don't know if, is it pronounced Ezel? I didn't want to say his last name. Ezel, kind of like a Tim Ezel that I worked with on Channel 2 forever. Rusty is going to be on with us tomorrow, so you don't want to miss that. Prayers to many in St. Louis area who got lots of property damage from last night's storm. Oh, did they? I didn't know. Again, I don't turn the news on, but thank you. These are the things that, again, this is what I've said in the last 5 months. If there's something that you know I need to know and you want me to pass along to the community, please tell me that. Wow. Going to Cousins now to get her food and animals. No electricity. Driving over so much damage from Sunset Hills, Crestwood, Rock Hill, just driving. 100-year-old trees uprooted. Wow, it was that bad? Holy cow. Well, let's talk about that here for a second because that in itself brings out anxiety because that's actually a great way for us to kick things off. So 724, let's just re-welcome all of you. Thank you for being here with us. Whether you're just signing on and you want to go back and watch the replay or what, we're talking about the anxiety, the fear that someone has, being able to relax the mind and not put so much pressure on yourself and learn the art of meditation and clarity of mind. But before we do that, let's give some shouts out and see if we can help in any way. Get the community to come with their chainsaws and maybe be able to cut some of the things up in case it's blocking driveways or roads. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Can you let me know where the worst damage is for those of you that maybe have turned the news on and maybe caught a little bit? This is what matters. It's not what the negativity is in the world, it's how the community can come together. So I haven't seen any of the news. I don't look at notifications from news or anything like that. So you just said Crestwood, Sunset Hills, Rock Hill. Are those the worst hit areas? I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it rained here. We had lightning. Tessa ran into the closet, but we had nothing here. I mean, again, it's the calm after the storm. That's why I came outside. It's beautiful, but I can see where people will be anxious. Let's find out. Let's see. Somebody just texted me. Oh, that doesn't matter. So let me know where's the worst damage for those of you that know. I hear it. Ask. So National French Fry Day and McDonald's are giving away fries. Oh my gosh. Why did you even tell me that, Sherry? I don't want to send people there. Gosh. National Barbershop Quartet Day. So kudos to Ambassadors of Harmony and their wonderful work that they've done. National Franken Beans Day. Evidently, she says something about I didn't see that. National French Fries. Is that today? They're giving away free French fries. I'm not going, even though they do. I haven't had them in probably decades, but I remember them having the best French fries out there. Met you at Retreat in Cotterville and try to hop on when I can usually catch replay. Okay, Lila, yes, of course. Absolutely. Wonderful. Good morning, Julie. Birds are happy. Yep, there we go. And I think I saw all those. Let me go back, make sure I've not missed anybody. And good morning, Bill. I didn't have a chance to say good morning to you. All right, everybody else I had a chance to say good morning to. Cherry, is it really today, National French Fry Day? I guess so. Yes, National French Fry Day also. Did not see that. Okay, so are you all wanting me to go run around and find the best French fries? I don't want to do that. Don't make me eat the French fries, but I'll do it for you if I have to. I'm not going either. It's funny because it's National Everything Day. It is, right? They have a national calendar, not just a national calendar, everybody. They have an international and a national calendar. Good morning, beautiful lady. Tammy, same to you. Sherry, okay, wait a minute. I am with you. Good morning, Katie. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Cudsia? Cudsia, maybe. Okay, and all right, Richard said I am saying it right, so it's Rusty Ezel. All right, Rusty will be out with us tomorrow. Good morning, and I am with you. I love having you with us. Good morning, Candace. Love you. I'm sorry, Katie. Candace Halpin. Sherry, what's that? Sherry just there's a name. Oh, you know what? Maybe you tagged her. Maybe that's it because I can't see that it's tagged here. Saw a video about all the many nasty ingredients in McDonald's French fries. Yikes. Exactly. Rose says yes. Okay. So there are absolutely so many things in a day. National French Fry Day today, National Barbershop Quartet Day, I know for sure, and National Franken Beans Day. If you have a fun recipe, pass it along to people. When I was a kid, I loved their fries with a milkshake. Together, Candace, I want you to connect. That's right, yes. I think Candace did reach out to me. I'm being pulled in so many directions that I don't even know. I've always been able to respond back to people immediately, and I probably have, but we're trying to get together. Yes, actually, Sherry did, Candace did reach out to me. I am booked for the rest of the month and the first week of August. So I will be getting your friend on for sure, even if we have to record a session. We've got, by the way, if you saw the show with Doc Krotzer, Doc is an editor in Hollywood. We had him on, but it was so hard to hear for whatever reason, having him on the phone about a month and a half ago. He's now in town, so he's going to sit down with me. We're going to record a show with Doc and talk about all the amazing things he's been doing. Doc is from Florissant, Missouri, by the way, and has done really well. He's been on some incredible movies, and we'll talk about the current movie that he's on right now. It's a remake of The Old Roadhouse with wonderful, gorgeous Patrick Swayze. We'll talk about who's in that movie and what role he's playing with regards to his editing and what he loves most about that. His favorite shows in the past, his connection to Back to the Future, and the upcoming movies that he has. So that'll be hopefully very soon. We'll be able to edit that one and get it on for you. Hopefully before the end of the month. If not, we'll get that on in August. Monica. Oh, Mrs. Q from 7-Eleven. Okay, yeah. The sweet lady behind the counter. I love it. Well, hello and good morning to you. I love having you with us. Franks and beans, oh no, Linda says. Good morning, Dana. Do you understand what we're doing right now? It's not that I'm stalling. It's that I'm making you all realize that this is how you release anxiety from your life. What is it? Community. What is it? Communication. Surrounding yourself with positivity. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Aha moments. Took us until 7:30 for me to allow you to understand what I was doing. because you were probably waiting for me to get deep into the topic. Right about 7:15, I like to do that. Let people get on, get our numbers up. We have about 32 right now. I want you to text other people and tell them that we're on. Or, of course, they can watch it on replay if they can't do it with us this morning. But what I wanted you to understand was this is what you need to do more of in your life, okay? So these people that are on right now, by the way, are your people. And some of you should reach out and some of you should connect, friend request each other, follow each other, talk, maybe text, talk on the phone, make a coffee date. This is who you need to surround yourself with. The people that you're with right now that haven't been serving you, that are causing the anxiety and the fear and the drama, the negativity, what they're bringing to your life, the poison that they're trying to push on you, and you are fighting back so much. You don't want it. You don't want them seeping into your bloodstream. You want the kindness of a stranger that could become an acquaintance and then a friend and maybe a best friend, a true sisterhood and brotherhood that could be created right here in this community. And boy, would I love to hear the stories that are created. I will tell you right now, and Leela, yes, thank you. I did absolutely meet you at the retreat. I didn't recognize the last name. So Leela and Marilyn and Leona and all these people that came out to the retreat that I had never met before, they've all probably talked. They definitely see each other on here. The wonderful, beautiful thing that I love is how many of you respond to each other and pray for each other and give shout outs to each other just in the little comment section. And then I'm hoping you take it beyond that and develop friendships. Because what I want you to understand is right now, this is where we're going to get real. And I'm going to ask you to get your journal out. I want you to write, negative people don't serve me. Or you've probably heard it that negative people try to make, or no, negative people make positive people sick. And it's true, truly health wise sick, because you allow them to have power over your life. And that's the hard thing. You don't know how to push away from that because you feel like you've invested so much time. It could be a relationship. I know somebody very close to me that's been in a relationship for a long time and swears that they have to stay in it because why would they want to start all over again? And all the time that they've invested, and it would be so exhausting. And this is where I have the disconnect in my brain. Well, it'd be exhausting to put yourself back out there again and have to find your way to dating someone all over again. And then the time spent in getting to know that person. I hear that as exciting. The newness of it all, getting to know somebody, putting yourself out there. I mean, don't you remember? We all need to find our way back to that, by the way. Don't you remember when you were first in a relationship? And it's the exciting aspect of getting to know that person, right? You're drawn to them. It's a physical attraction to them, getting to know all about them, their nuances, right? They show who they want to be in the beginning, and then they show who they really are. And hopefully there's an honesty there and you fall in love with the person, whether it's falling in love romantically or just falling in love with the spirit of someone and wanting them to be a friend. That's the exciting aspect. Why would you stay stunted in your growth? And you hear me say that a lot. I hope you write those things down. I don't want to be stunted in my growth. Monica's taking me out of the negative atmosphere, finding your way to the beauty. So we're talking about some people that are dealing with damage from the storms last night. And then they wake up and they see this gorgeous sky and think, gosh, I can't believe what last night looked like. That's life. Storms, darkness, the lightning that scares the dogs, the children, the lightning that scares us because it could strike a tree and it could come across and land on our home or onto our cars or block our way from trying to get out to go to work or run our errands, and it puts you in an inconvenience. All these things you can relate to life. The rain, the thunder, the lightning, the damage, that's life, folks, right? That's how life can be. And you can stay in the darkness and the thunder and the lightning and the rain and what would absolutely make you anxious, or you can find your way to the calmness after the storm, because this is life. This is the analogy of life. And I want you to find your way to that. But you're never going to do that if you stay in relationships, whatever they may be, friendship relationships, family relationships, romantic relationships, if they're not serving you. And what do I mean by serving? I have my life coaching clients, and I will say, I want you to write for me in your journal. I want you to open that journal up, and I want you for 7 days to write down what you are eating, what you are drinking. And then I want you to write a column next to it and tell me, how did it serve you? And they were like, I want to understand what that means. And I said, I didn't give you a formula. It's whatever your mind thinks that it means. For me, If someone told me that, I would say, oh, eating French fries on National French Fry Day, how is that going to serve me? Is that going to give me the fuel that I need to operate the best of my capacity in the day? Am I going to eat French fries before I would go work out? Or better yet, would I go to work out and eat French fries after? That's what I mean. How's that food going to serve you? How's it going to fuel you? How's it going to make your spirit feel? The anxiety that people feel and the pressure they put on themselves, especially when it comes to eating. And when we get back into the studio, I'll start back up on Monday with 100 days to freedom from overeating, because I'm hearing a lot of pressure that people have on themselves right now by the way they're eating. We went out with friends to celebrate a friend that had just gotten her hair and makeup done. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful transformation. And she was glowing. She felt so great about herself. And she's been in darkness, folks. Look, she's one of my clients that I personal train and do life coaching with. And she's been through some stuff in the past, but she's not going to let it guide her future. Instead, she reached out to me a couple years ago. I started training her. She wanted to go deeper into it. She went into life coaching on Thursday nights. She wanted to go deeper. She went into life coaching privately. When I ask you if you're all in, boy, she jumped all in. She's training with me on Monday nights boxing. Again, it's open right now until I have to get on a wait list, and we're close to that. She's working out with me on Wednesdays and Fridays when I train in Kirkwood in the morning at 6 a.m. She's working out on Saturday mornings here at 9 a.m. She's doing life coaching on Thursday nights and private life coaching on Sunday. If you don't think that that's a person who is ready to transform their life, well, there you go. That's what you have to do. And I don't say that you have to do every one of those things that she's doing, but when you're all in, it means you will do anything to get to your goal. You will do anything to break away from the drama, the negativity, the poison, everything that doesn't serve you, the pressure that you put on yourself, the pressure that other people put on you to make you something that they or someone that they want you to be. Do you hear that? She could really inspire you. And then she went all in of wanting to transform the beautiful side, right? She wanted to transform the body, not just the body, but the face, the hair. So she went to my girl, Sherry. Sherry did her hair and makeup, and everyone's like, I didn't even recognize her. What an incredible transformation that was made. And she was glowing. And that's what we need sometimes, right? We just need to feel beautiful about ourselves and take the pressure off of ourselves of looking in the mirror and seeing a monster, looking in the mirror and not giving yourself self-love, but instead, tearing yourself down. I hear my husband do it sometimes to himself because he sees himself getting older, and he's like, I think Jim's 7.5 years older than me. And he's like, oh, I've got these wrinkles. So men, you do it to yourself as well. He's like, I have these wrinkles and I'm looking older, and you're so much younger than me, and you look much younger in the first place. And I've got all these wrinkles, and he tears himself down, and I have to coach him and help him find kindness, stop the pressure he puts on himself. Men and women, both, you do it. And guys, if you were more honest, you would tell your ladies that, yes, the same thing that they do to themselves, right? They think they have extra weight. They're menopausal and they can't control the belly that happens in menopause. Well, that's where I tell you to check your labs. Like, look, Dr. Sarah at Invita Health and Wellness can have you go and have it taken care of by insurance, have you go have your labs done, look at those labs and take care of you. Maybe you need testosterone, progesterone, estrogen. The guys need testosterone shots. Maybe that's low. Look, there's so many reasons why you're not feeling your best. And if it's all this pressure you're putting on yourself saying, I'm eating well, I'm trying to live well, I'm trying to journal, I'm working out, but it's not working for me. Well, let's look at the factors that are playing against you. Life sometimes, many times, is against you if you're not having the ability to control certain factors. Okay, does that all make sense to you? Let's see. I love it, Monica. I have anxiety lately, but better. Glad to hear that. And so do you put these kind of pressures on yourself, Julie? Let me know, because these are the things that maybe could help you. We need a reunion of the group at the retreat. Amazing women. Yes, Marilyn, I think Kathy's the one that recommended that. And I know that Nancy McConnell, who owns with Carl, Le Champ de Fleur by Stone Soup, we talked about having a retreat in the fall, and that every single one of you, we'd love to see those faces back and bring a friend. And that was one of the things that they talked about, is to have a reunion of those same people in the spring and then have them back in the fall, because all you really need to do is continue on this path. You've opened up your mind and your spirit. You've relieved some of the pressures, not completely all of them, right? The pressures will continue to mount on you. But as you've opened up your heart and your spirit more, you're wanting more of it. That's why you go to another retreat. And then that's why you go to a full blown seminar, which will be coming up next spring, by the way. We'll be doing that I'm just putting it out there. That's how you manifest it. We talked about having it in the fall, but we think spring makes much more sense. Spring 2024. Look for that. Good morning. Thanks for this, Monica. Chuck, you're so welcome. Chuck Flowers, how are you? Good morning. I love your chair, right? I love it too. Turning strangers into friends, right on here. Yes, Rose. Loved all the beautiful sisters at the retreat. Marilyn and I will talk about it for years. Truly a positive experience. And Leona, I hope that you've reached out and become friends with new people that you've met. I keep track what I eat and drink on Fitness Pal. Great way for accountability. Yes, Rose, to keep me accountable. When you start writing down, you'd be amazed. How many times have I said that? You're really truly taking the words out of my mouth, that it's a science of transferring it from the brain on to paper. It's important to journal. I know some people say, oh, I'm not good at it. No one's judging you. Stop the pressure. Kudsia, maybe, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I always feed everybody positivity. We have short life. Love people, find beauty, appreciate, and find ways to get rid of our anxiety. That's my goal every day. If I give a smile anybody, that's my best day. And boy, you have a beautiful smile, by the way. When I first started having anxiety attacks, I didn't know what was going on. This is from Richard. I was scared and trying to ignore them. Well, that doesn't work. I still have anxiety attacks. And don't put pressure on yourself for having them, Richard. That's the thing. Be okay with the fact that they happen, but hopefully they're less and less. I'm much better at controlling them. There you go. Learning how to cope with anxiety, the first and the biggest step. What brings the anxiety on, Richard? Can you tell us that? Can you tell us that? Monica, going strong thanks to you and Nina and support of friends and family, down 18 pounds in week 6. Congratulations, Marilyn. Michelle says Jim is a hot 60-year-old. Wish he would see that. I think he does sometimes. He's got confidence, but he's been torn. Okay, look, let's just say this. There are so many women that were in his life before me. We've all been dating people throughout life, right? We've had other relationships. And if you allow people to have had power over you, it affects your current and your future relationships. And yeah, I had to lift him up and support him in many ways because of what other women tried to do to tear him down. And I wouldn't have it. I love him. We support him. The dogs, I say we, me and the dogs and my mom and my family support him in what he does. Love the fact that he's a lieutenant with the county police, that he is a protector of all of you, that he serves and protects all of you. So first of all, it's that. It's him knowing. So yeah, he has anxiety, I'm sure, from past and waiting for things that happened to him in the past to happen again. And here we are almost at our 8-year mark of our marriage. Been back together, though, almost 11 years. Love him dearly. But yes, I mean, that's all the honesty, that I help him through aspects of his life. I mean, think about the job he has first and foremost, and then the pressures that he puts on his life. Pressures that he puts on his life trying to keep up with me, he says. Trying to look as good as me, he says, which I say he does. He looks incredible. We're a perfect match for one another. But he sees his body as getting older. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're gorgeous. But men, they feel it, ladies. We've got to lift them up. We've got to support them because they feel that way. Sometimes they don't think they can measure up, especially if they're older than you. And they look at themselves and they see themselves being older. So this is where you have to lift them up and take the anxiety off of them. Maybe you got to go an extra step. Maybe you don't feel like you want to. But that's the best way, by the way, for your relationship. Congratulations, Kathy says to Marilyn. Yep, for that incredible weight loss. Woohoo. So proud of you. We all are. Terry, yes. Check your labs. New to this group and very happy to be. What a great group with positive energy. Terry joined us in our workouts. She's been involved in 3 so far, and she's doing wonderful. Okay, so what kind of pressures do you put on yourself that are holding you back, truly holding you back? That's what I want to know. If you are stuck right now and you need help to get past it, are you willing to tell me what kind of pressures you're putting on yourself? Because that's the only way I can help you. We'll have more on that when we come right back.
Carroll House is now the contemporary furniture design center.
We now have the largest selection of the latest ultra-modern furniture.
Sleek European designs, unique metals, bold lacquers, plush fabrics, and retro styles.
Modern furnishings with exclusive collections only at Carroll House.
Plus free financing, free delivery and setup, and free in-home design.
Visit the St. Louis Center for Contemporary Design inside our 3.5-acre showrooms at Carroll House.
Because you like nice things.
You know, of course, it's great to get outside and enjoy the warm weather, but when it's time to relax indoors, be sure your home stays cool with equipment and service from my friends at Aldon. 24-hour emergency service available. At Aldon, it's their commitment to continue providing above and beyond HVAC service for all of their customers. They truly care about the air you breathe. Call them today at 314-567-5585 or on the web, aldon.com. That's al-don.com. 314-567-5585. Well, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, yes, I am outside on my front porch. You know, I'm a big fan of the South. So when we bought this house, what brought me peace was this beautiful wraparound porch. Immediately put the rocking chairs out, and then we just added this beautiful piece. Everyone said that they're enjoying the new chair. We got this from Carroll House. Yes, you can go to the Maryland Heights or the Valley Park location, and why don't you get your own, and you can swing around with me. Let me just show it all to you. This is the new basket chair or egg chair. You can get your own. This is where I'm going to be doing our motivational moments with Monica. So I have been talking to you about the pressures that you put on yourself, the unnecessary pressures that you put on. Maybe from the past, someone has told you to be something that you weren't. They didn't like the job that you had. From a status standpoint, they wanted you to be something else. That happened to Jim, by the way, right? Oh, he's not good enough as a police officer. I love him. He's good looking. Let me be involved with him. But little by little, let me try to change him. And I thought, gosh, that's just absolutely horrible that someone tries to put that on someone else. And so that's what was done to him. There were many things that were done. And I'm just sharing us together to tell you that we know we've been there. When you think it's just all, again, butterflies, rainbows, puppy dogs. No, we work on things just like you do. But the reason why we have such an incredible relationship is that I know he's been through a lot. And so I know, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago with a retired fire captain, and he has PTSD and the stuff that he's been through. And his wife said, you can see it. They wear it. When they come home, they wear it on their face, and their spirit is dampened, darkened. Let them go for a little bit. Don't try to pull them out right away. That's something that we do, women. We always want, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong, answer. And guys are like, I'm not ready yet. Give me a little time, but don't let them go too long, because there are some pressures on them. They do have some anxiety. They do have some fear that maybe they're not measuring up, that they're not being what they should be at their work. And then when they come home, there's a lot of pressure on them as the provider and the protector. I know that. I saw that. Look, I've learned. I look back at the relationships I had in my teen years, my 20s, my 30s, 40s, and now 52. I've looked at my life and I'm very proud of where I am and the relationships that I have made and the friendships that I've made over the years. And very proud of the relationship I have with my husband. But we work on it just like all of you. But it is also to give a little time. Let them come home and have a little time to sit out on the front porch, or just have some time to watch TV. You know, look, I'm not big on flipping the TV on. I'd rather have music on that fills my soul, but let them have whatever it is that they need. And then maybe a few hours later say, you know, how was your day? And if they say, oh, fine, look, go ahead and go a little deeper. But if they say, like I did ask Jim, I'll give you this. I was asking Jim when we were driving, and he's like, don't turn that coaching on me, Monica. And he wasn't ready for it. And he said something. He's like, oh, where do we even begin, is what he had said. So I knew, to me, that's giving me a lane to enter. That's how I felt. And he said, let's go back. And he happened to say a year, I should say. And I said, let's go deeper. And he goes, Monica, no. And so he wasn't ready. So if I had continued to prod and push, that wouldn't have helped. You all agree with that, correct? That wouldn't have helped. Instead, it is give me a little time. And yeah, I do want to talk about this. He does say on a regular basis that I'm the first woman ever that has made him understand the importance as a man to communicate, the amount of pressure that they put on themselves, to relieve them of that pressure. But it's not just men, it's men and women both. It's children and the amount of pressure that they put on to be the astute, child and student, and hey, you got to be the A student, and you come home and the parents are, maybe sometimes they are putting a ton of pressure on, and it's to be the standout athlete, and maybe they're not the athlete that the mom and dad want. That's a lot of pressure you're putting on the kids. Let them find their way. I know great athletes that, let's just use this. So I was a soccer player, softball player, basketball player, really excelled at soccer. If I had children, sure, I'd love for my son or daughter to play soccer. Would I push it on them? Would I ask them to be to the level that I was? I went up and played in the Junior Olympics, played in college ball, and then had my blood clot. No, I would never, as a mother, say, oh, my kid's not as good as me. Why would I? That's a lot of pressure. Don't you agree? It's a lot of pressure to put on a child. Sometimes I see that. We've heard about the stage moms or stage dads, the beauty pageant moms. A lot of pressure. I'm trying to do this show. I'm doing this show to help you relieve the pressure on all ages, from kids to seniors, to allow you to not have so much anxiety in your life. That's the biggest thing. So when I talk about clarity of mind, I'm asking you if you do exactly what I'm doing here. Finding your way to calmness. The pause was for effect. Peace. Serenity. Or do you have constant chaos in your life? Why would you live in the chaos? That space is so uncomfortable. That space does nothing but pull tension into your life. Your whole body feels tense. You've got neck aches, back aches on a regular basis. You have migraines. You're doing it to yourself because you're choosing to live in the space. And I'm trying to pull you out of that space. And the only way to do that is to take the tools that I give you each and every morning. I've made a promise to you, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., to get onto this show. Did I have to? No, I did broadcasting for 30 years. There are people who want to do YouTube shows, podcast shows, you name it, TikTok, Twitter, all the platforms, which is a beautiful thing, by the way, that we're able to do this and come to you. But I don't have to. I did it because I want to. I want to change your life. I want to change the world on a massive scale. And with your help, I'll do that. We will continue to build this following on Facebook, on YouTube, on all the audio podcast platforms. We're going out more and more and more, going out and doing these fun mobile Monicas, which again, we're going to do Shark Week at the aquarium. We did the City Museum. We did National Pretzel Day. We'll run around and have some fun and do those things because again, it's the balance of life, going through the emotions, talking about the hard times and laughing together and crying together and allowing the emotion out. Men and women both, you need to allow the emotion to come out. If men have been raised to not show emotion, it's a dangerous thing. I've talked about it many times. I'll continue to tell you. Men that are fathers right now that have little boys, please get them to talk. Please get them to hug. Please get them to say, I love you. Those things will benefit them as they move forward in their relationships. Every relationship, in work, in personal life. Trust me, because that's what I'm counseling right now. Let's see. Let's go back to some of your comments. I love the community and I love interacting with you. Terry was the last one, I think, that I spoke with that said that she was new to the community. My anxiety is for the most part based on chronic pain. Richard, I get that. Sometimes hours turn into days and days turn into weeks, usually in the middle of the night, praying to God, trying to get the will to stay alive. My friend, you're a part of this show and you're a part of our community and we want to be there for you and take away the pain in any way we can. I hope you're doing everything you possibly can for that. I think it would be incredible for you to go over and see Dr. Sarah. If you haven't already, you might want to reach out to her because that's where Gilbert's life changed. All the surgeries that he had, he said he would have erased if he would have known this ketamine and the treatments and the things that they were able to do over there. You might want to check that out. Let's see. Multitasking Monica. This is Marilyn. My father's cousin, Dominique Galati, is on with Timmy Zell this morning. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Amazing. He's still going strong. My phone has been lighting up while trying to watch you. What does Dominic do? Let's give him a shout out, Marilyn. And by the way, Timmy Zell is a dear, dear friend. What a dear soul he is. Working hard on my body, not seeing what I think I should be down, then that means you're not going all in yet, Tammy. You've got to really, truly eat, sleep, breathe, live the life, and bust your butt. That's when you transform. You got to go all in. I still look in the mirror and get very upset about the way I look. Tammy, come on. I think Tammy needs some private life coaching. I think we need to give her some more love. You're a beautiful soul. You're a beautiful woman, but you want to go to the next level? Then let's do it. Let's do it. Uh, Rose, that's funny. Oh, yeah. Michelle has a big crush on my husband. Tell us how you really feel. You do not have mental illness. You are not mentally unhealthy. You do not have anything wrong with you. If anything, you have a lot right with you. I think that you're really hard on yourself. You're not only doing great, you're doing extraordinary. Like you're doing really well. And so, whatever voices you have in your life, internally or externally, that are telling you otherwise, you need to stop listening to them. If you don't like the channel on the radio, change it to the station in your mind that shifts your mood, makes you smile, and gets you busted for singing out loud by the person parked next to you at the stoplight. That's what Doug wants you to tell yourself. Doug's a new friend of mine that I met just within the last month, and he and I are ready to do big things together. That's right. Great words from him. Thanks for your commitment to the community, Kathy. You're welcome. I'm learning now how to find balance and learning how to let go. My daughter is going into her senior year and has reached out to me to remind me that she wants to gain more independence. My only child, I've started to let her gain her independence and her growth, which I know is a whole nother show that we could do about how hard that is for parents to let go, right? Monica, thank you. You are amazing. You help me every day. I call my sisters every day. Stephanie, I love it. And I'm so glad that we're helping. Love our men and women in the brown and blue. So proud of them and their family. Never an easy job. Nope. Leona and I lost a great friend with St. Louis County. I'm so sorry. Joan Liscombe. Her photo is right next to my computer. My heart and prayers are with them and their family. I have several friends in the force. Support your police. Yes, Marilyn, absolute. Dominique Restaurant. From Dominic's. Oh, yeah? Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Is it Dominic's on the Hill? Do you know that that's where Jim's first job was in life? He was a server there forever ago. That's funny. Well, shout out to him. I'd love to have him on. I'd love to have him bring some food, and we'll give him a little shout out. Bring some food to the team. Keep smiling. People forget to smile. Not me. I'm always showing my dimples. Go to a beach, a lake, talk to running water, birds. I agreed with hugs. Smile, share your problems with your friends. My friends always said I'm a beautiful soul. When they talk to me, they get relief. Yeah, she's got a beautiful smile. We met her. Let's see. I'm very proud of my daughter. So hard to remind myself to let go. I used to think I was helping her by reminding her to go to do things, but find it just hurts her growth. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I'm not a parent, but I'm sure it's very hard for you to just kind of let go and let them find. But just like you were given that opportunity, Terry, right? Your parents at some point had to give you the opportunity to let go and find your independence. Terry and I talked about college and how I had the opportunity with scholarships in sports to go to Chapel Hill, to Barry University, to universities here in town, Mizzou, et cetera, and ended up going 4 hours away, I guess, from the house. Went to Missouri Valley my first year of college. Wasn't for me. So I transferred to Mizzou. But yeah, one of the reasons I didn't go away to Georgia or Florida was because my mom and dad didn't really want me to go that too far away. I do not regret it. I do not live with regrets at all. But it is interesting of what you do when you have that close family connection that you don't want to, completely let go. All right. We're going to take a quick break, final break. When we go and come back, when we come back, we're going to read The Grace of Gray, The Blueprint for Value from Jeff Kozatek, who we're going to have on. What is today? Today is the 13th. So I think it's in about 10 days or so. We're going to have Jeff on. Actually, I'll tell you exactly when, coming up right after the break.
Warm weather, sand beaches, and boats galore. It's not Florida, it's a Lake of the Ozarks. Florida Direct Palm Trees brings tropical flair to your patios, docks, and yards. From a few feet all the way to 25 feet, there are palm trees for every property. Florida Direct also provides palm tree potting soil, palm fertilizer, large decorative pots, and a wide selection of locally grown tropical flowers and plants to add the perfect accent to your tropical paradise. Florida Direct Palm Trees, bringing paradise to your patio for 14 plus years.
Well, welcome back. We are in the final few minutes of the Real Monica Adams show. And as promised, reading from Blueprint for Value. So Jeff Kozatek will be my guest on the 24th. You do not want to miss that. He is the author of this book. Grace of Gray. We're on number 10 of the 52 habits to discover and strengthen your personal worth. So receive this in your soul. Take this into your mind. Relieve the pressures from your life to help you with the anxiety. Maybe it can get a little less and less after what you've learned today. Perfection isn't as important as showing up. I don't know how many times I have talked to some of my life coaching clients, and I have said, you're never going to be perfect. Relieve the pressure you put on yourself of trying to be perfect day in and day out, because it's never going to happen. You're never going to reach that. You're never going to be perfect. Just give your all. That's all anybody can ask of you. The perfectionist mindset is actually destined for failure and unhappiness. It provides fertile ground for shame, for guilt, for worry. It says, quote, there is no gray, only black and white, good or bad, all or nothing, right or wrong, pass or fail. Making an attempt, regardless of the outcome, is valuable. Mistakes can be helpful tools for growth. From failure becomes success. Give yourself the grace to make mistakes and acknowledge growth when it happens. Give yourself grace. Avoid using the unattainable mindset of perfection. Nurture the mindset of moving towards your goal with the flexibility to grow, to change, and to make those mistakes. Positive momentum can make significant deposits in your personal worth account. So the takeaway from today, perfection, unreachable. Understand that. Drop the measuring stick and the heavy weight of self-judgment. To all of you, I say that. Give yourself permission to show up and to learn. And we're on 10 of those, by the way. I love what we're getting through in all these incredible books. The next one will have to do with dead weight. Boy, we can think about where our mind goes when we think about dead weight and relieving you of that. Well, what an incredible show it has been today. Let me make sure I haven't missed. Let's see. Monica, you helped me a lot. I tried to call my sister-in-law, and of course, I always call my brother every day to say I love him. He's a big part of my life. Call your family. Have a great day, Pamela. Yes. Good morning, Monica. Awesome as usual. Thank you, Tony. To all of you. If I didn't get a chance to get to you, just know my love goes out to all of you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of the show day in and day out. Don't forget to keep showing up. Show up in life, be present, show up for yourself first and foremost, and show up for this community. I would love for you to be with us as often as you can live. And if you can't, make sure that you watch on replay. Don't forget, right now, dropping on all the audio podcast platforms, whatever you watch, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, it is Overcoming Grief, the Loss of a Loved One. My mom joins me on this one. If you didn't see it, you're going to want to listen. You won't see my mom and I. You can hear it. It's a great audio podcast. Tammy says, my boys always say, I love you, Mom. Good. Keep them with those emotions. Thank you. Make today count as well. All right, everyone. Love you dearly. Go out, spread the kindness to the world, relieve the pressure and the anxiety that you have and the amount of perfectionism that you've been doing. That's the message for today. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are vital to this world. And in this world where you can be anything at all, first and foremost, as you step out of the house, actually, even as you look in the mirror, be kind to yourself and be kind to the world. Love you all. See you tomorrow morning.